15-Minute Mondays, your kickstart to week high-energy 15-minute episode on the Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Daniel Greg Johnson. Let's get right into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back on the Success Blueprint, and it is 15-Minute Monday again. I'm glad you are here. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. This is your high-energy episode for the week, and I hope you enjoy it. Today, we talk about from people-pleasing to productivity, leaving the 4 Ps behind, the 4 Ps of imposter syndrome. So let's get right into it. I'm sure you know that feeling, the need to be liked, the urge to get it just right, and the inability to move forward, the habit of putting things off. We've all been there. I've been there. You've been there. Trapped in the 4 Ps of people-pleasing, perfectionism, paralysis, and procrastination. But what if I tell you that you can break free and get back to being productive? In this episode, I want to talk to you about the roots of imposter syndrome and how the 4 Ps hold you back. Then I want to chat to you about tangible tips to start prioritizing yourself, getting comfortable with imperfection, taking action despite uncertainty, and stopping the delay. You will learn how to move from pleasing others to honoring yourself, from unattainable standards to progress over perfection, from analysis paralysis to forward motion, and from waiting for the perfect time to seizing the moment. So let's get right into it. Buckle up. I hope you're ready. Let's understand the 4 Ps of imposter syndrome. The first, people-pleasing. Perfectionists hold themselves to incredibly high standards and feel like nothing they do is ever good enough. They nitpick and criticize themselves for any small mistake. You have to remind yourself that no one is perfect and mistakes are a normal part of life and learning. Focus on progress, not perfection. Celebrate small wins and learn to appreciate the work you've done rather than searching for the flaws. Learn to forgive yourself when you're making an error. I always say to my clients, rather strive for excellence than perfection. Perfectionism holds nothing else than unrealistic expectations. The next point, paralysis. The fear of not being good enough can cause you to feel paralyzed by indecision and self-doubt. You might struggle to finish tasks because you're worried about falling or being exposed as a fraud. So the best way to overcome this feeling of paralysis is to start taking action. Go for it. Pick a small, manageable task and dive in. Don't wait until you feel ready or confident. Just get started and you gain momentum. Success builds up on itself. And by going, you will make mistakes, but it's better to make mistakes, learn from them, and then get better than not taking action at all. The next P, procrastination, a big one for everyone. Imposter syndrome can lead to chronic procrastination. You put off important work or tasks due to self-doubt and the fear of not being able to do them well enough. This creates more stress and anxiety as the deadlines come closer and you get more under pressure. The only way past procrastination is to start. You just have to get going. Break down big, overwhelming tasks into small, concrete steps. Schedule time for the work and hold yourself accountable. Even taking imperfect action will help build your confidence and move you forward, rather than sitting still and being frozen. People-pleasing, the need for external validation. Do you find yourself constantly worrying about what others think of you and your work? Are you overly concerned with seeking praise and approval? If so, you may be stuck in the habit of people-pleasing, the desire to please. So, for people pleasers, self-worth is tied to gaining validation from others. You likely grew up learning that you must please authority figures like parents or teachers to constantly win affection or praise. Now, as an adult, you may worry endlessly about criticism or disappointing people. The fear of rejection. The root cause of people-pleasing is the fear of rejection or abandonment. You may be afraid that if you don't make others happy, you'll be disliked or left out. This can drive you to say yes when you mean no, or offer help when you're already overwhelmed, or bend over backwards to satisfy unrealistic demands. Lack of boundaries. People pleasers often struggle with setting clear boundaries. People pleasers very often have a hard time saying no, delegating when needed, or communicating the limits to others. This will lead to feelings of being taken advantage of, spread too thin, and lacking control over your time or priorities. The good news that I have for you is people pleasing is a learned behavior, so it can be unlearned. And I strongly believe in the skill of unlearning. There's so many things in life that happen that we learned through societal norms, through upbringing, through the wrong people around us. But the good news is always that anything that you've learned can be unlearned. So that is something that you have to focus on. Start by acknowledging your desire for approval. Then work to build your self-confidence from the inside out. Learn to value yourself for who you are, not what you do for others. Set small boundaries and say no when you need to. Ask for what you want and don't be afraid to disappoint some people. That will happen automatically. That's just what life is about. Over time, you will gain a healthier sense of self that isn't dependent on external validation. And with practice, you can break free of the need to please. Let's talk about the perfectionist's unrelenting standards. Your inner perfectionist holds you to unrealistic expectations. Nothing is ever good enough, and you constantly feel like an imposter in your own life. Breaking free from perfectionism is challenging, but recognizing its negative impacts is the first step. So here are a couple of them. Unachievable goals. As a perfectionist, you set the bar impossibly high. You aim for flawless results and feel like a failure if you fall short of that ideal. The truth is, perfection is unattainable. Everyone makes mistakes and has weaknesses. Your worth isn't defined by achieving some unrealistic standard of excellence. Self-criticism. Your inner critique is on overdrive, constantly pointing out your perceived faults and shortcomings. And if you do that long enough, it becomes your identity. You are far more judgmental of yourself than you would be for anyone else. Learn to recognize that voice and reframe its messages into more constructive feedback. Be kind to yourself. You're human after all. And if you don't root for yourself, why would anyone else do? Recognize that voice inside of you and start stopping it from talking down on you, talking bad about you, or constantly trapping you into that belief that you're not good enough. This voice is dangerous. You need to not only know that it's there, but you need to monitor it, you need to be aware of it, and you need to really change that behavior and talk good to yourself, believe in yourself, and push yourself. That's the first step to really make a huge difference in your life. Fear of failure. Perfectionists often struggle with a fear of failure that holds them back from taking risks or trying new things. You feel so much pressure to succeed that it's paralyzing. But in reality, imperfect results and failures are a natural part of growth. They help build resilience and expand your comfort zone. To overcome perfectionism, start practicing self-acceptance and self-compassion. Ease up in your unrealistic expectations and be willing to embrace imperfections in yourself and in life. Learn that good enough is good enough. Your worth is never defined by what you achieve or how closely you measure up to some flawless idea. You are deserving of love and belonging just the way you are. Accept yourself, understand that, and you will be well on your way to becoming much better, much stronger, more resilient, and it will make you happier. Paralysis and procrastination. Inaction despite ambition. The inability to start. When imposter syndrome hits you, you may feel paralyzed by fear and self-doubt. Despite ambition and good intentions, you find yourself unable to take action or make progress. The task ahead seems so huge and overwhelming that you don't even know where to begin. So you do nothing. You make excuses. Fill your time with busy work and the project remains stuck and in limbo. You have to break free of that. Waiting for perfection. Procrastination is often a result of perfectionism. You have an idealized version of the end result in your mind, but feel inadequate to achieve it. So you avoid starting altogether, so just that you can protect yourself, hoping that if you wait long enough, some magical burst of confidence or inspiration will come. Spoiler alert, it rarely does. The only way past procrastination is through action. Get started, make mistakes, and build momentum. Done is better than perfect. Breaking the cycle. How do you break free from that? To overcome paralysis and procrastination, start breaking down big, ambiguous tasks into small, concrete steps. Don't feel obligated to map out the entire project before getting started. Just define your next action and get moving. Making progress even in small ways builds confidence and motivation. Success breeds success. Also try to challenge negative and self-limiting thoughts. Your abilities and potential are far greater than imposter syndrome allows you to believe. You have achieved success in the past through hard work and perseverance, not luck or charm, and you will do so again. Have faith in your abilities and believe in your capacity for growth. With time and practice, self-doubt will fade. The 4 Ps will always be challenging opponents, but with awareness and effort, you can defeat them. Stop seeking approval, release the need for perfection, and act in the face of fear and uncertainty. Your productivity and sense of purpose will depend on it. I want you to break free from paralysis and procrastination. So let's just quickly recap how to move forward and break free of the 4 Ps. You have identified them, you heard them now, the 4 Ps that are holding you back. People-pleasing, perfectionism, procrastination, and paralysis. Now it's time to break free of their grip. This won't happen overnight. You will need time, but I guarantee you with conscious effort, you can retrain your thoughts and behaviors. Stop seeking approval. That's the most important one. Approval should come from yourself. You need to be validated within yourself. You need to believe in yourself, and you need to be happy and content from inside. And that will change your outside around you. People pleasers crave the approval and validation of others. Learn to validate yourself instead. Focus on your own priorities and values rather than bending to the will of others. Say no when you need to, and don't feel guilty about it. You can't control how others view you, so do your best and let that be enough. Embrace imperfection. Perfectionists aim for flawlessness, an unrealistic goal that leads to frustration and missed opportunities. Nobody and nothing is perfect. Learn to appreciate the imperfections in yourself and in your life. Start small by resisting the urge to revise that email for the 10th time or reorganize your bookshelf. Over time, accept imperfect efforts and outcomes with more grace. You have to defeat the delay. Procrastination and paralysis are born out of fear. Fear of failure, fear of inadequacy, fear of the unknown. The only way out is through action. Break big goals into smaller milestones. Start working for just 15 or 30 minutes a day. Get some momentum going and build from there. You'll gain confidence with each step. Stay focused on progress, not perfection. By developing awareness of the thoughts and behaviors that perpetuate the 4 Ps, you can start to chip away at them. Be patient and give yourself grace. And remember, tribe, you have everything you need within you already to break free and build the productive life you want. So that was it. The 4 Ps of imposter syndrome, people-pleasing, perfectionism, paralysis, and procrastination can really hold you back from being your most productive self. But now you know the 4 Ps, you know what they look like, and you got everything that you need to spot them. You're armed with the tools to break free. I want you to stay focused on your own path. Keep moving forward step by step, and don't let the doubting voices in your head steer you off course. I know that you can do this. I want you to focus on the 4 Ps. Write these little tools down. Use them on a day-to-day basis. And if you need to know more, reach out to me. That's what I'm passionate about, helping people to become the best version of themselves, either in their life or in business. And there's many more episodes that have been in the past that address some of the issues and other topics. So if you're really interested, go back, listen to it, send me a message, send me your questions, send me requests for other episodes, or just simply reach out to me for coaching, whether it is coaching for life, to be more happy, content, better in your relationship, a better communicator, or you want to improve your professional skills, become a better leader, executive, a better team leader, or you want your team to grow, you can connect to me, and I got proven methodologies, and I will help you really unleash that beast inside of you that's going to propel you forward and perpetuate that feeling of you're indestructible, you got it all waxed, and you can achieve whatever you want. This is a mindset, and that's what I'm here for, helping you acquire the mindset that you need for the challenges that life throws your way. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please rate, subscribe, and follow me. My contact details are in the podcast description, and I hope that you stay part of the tribe. Look out on Facebook. I'm soon opening a group and a hotline, and there will be much more interesting things that I'm going to share with you. But for now, I wish you a fantastic week. I hope that it brings the success, the happiness, and the contentment that you need in your life. This is Daniel Craig Johnson, your host on the Success Blueprint. Take care.